All right, so we hear this all the time from clients. People come in for a consult, but they'll say, you know what, we're going to try debt settlement before we try bankruptcy. So let's talk a little bit about that. Does debt settlement actually work? Have you ever seen it work?
Well, debt settlement is actually where you hire a debt settlement company to approach your creditors and see if they can work out a deal. In the end, it depends on what your credit card companies are willing to do. So maybe you can only pay 50% of the debt to the credit card company. The debt settlement company goes there, approaches them, and the credit card company says, we want 75%. So you're stuck in a situation where it's not a guarantee. Bankruptcy, on the other hand, looks at your actual financial situation and says, this is what you actually can afford. And sometimes if you've got a medical emergency or you lost a job or something like that, you're going to pay back 0% because that's all you're really able to do.
Okay. So what you're saying is debt settlement is not a sure thing.
Oh, debt settlement's never a sure thing. And in many situations, the folks are think they're in a debt settlement plan, and the credit card company realizes they're not getting any payments from the debt settlement company, and they actually will sue you, and then you're stuck with a lawsuit. And the debt settlement company, guess what? They can't help you with that lawsuit.
Have you seen clients get sued and like get blindsided by this whole situation?
Oh, I've seen clients over the years that have paid thousands of dollars for maybe a year, 2 years to a debt settlement company, get served with a lawsuit, and then realize that all those fees that they paid in, those went to the debt settlement company, and they still owe money to Discover or American Express, and they're being sued for that money. And that's when they come to my office. I have to give them the disappointing news that, hey, all that money you paid is probably not going to be able to recover that. But bankruptcy offers you a guaranteed legal process in which you can get rid of the debt and move on with the rest of your life.
So is bankruptcy more of a sure thing than a debt settlement or debt
100%. It's a sure
consolidation?
thing. If you speak with an experienced bankruptcy attorney, he or she will be able to give you the advice you need in order to navigate through bankruptcy and end up on the other side debt free and able to restart your life.
Can bankruptcy be faster than debt consolidation or debt settlement?
Well, debt settlement usually requires large lump sums of money or installment payments. Bankruptcy, especially if it's a Chapter 7, is a 3 month to 4 month process in which you can get rid of all of your debt and move on.
So have you actually had a client in who was in a debt settlement program file a Chapter 7 and be debt free in 90 days with literally no payments made to the court?
Happens all the time.
Okay. Okay. So what advice would you give to a client or somebody out there in the public who's considering debt consolidation, debt settlement, and bankruptcy? What would you say they should do?
I would say, and I understand that bankruptcy has a stigma out there, but I would speak with a bankruptcy attorney first. An experienced bankruptcy attorney will be able to offer you options as far as debt settlement if you don't want to file bankruptcy. And I do that all the time with clients that are maybe A, not qualified for bankruptcy, or B, maybe not comfortable with bankruptcy just yet. So we will actually offer them the ability to actually settle debts with their credit card companies.
I think basically what we're trying to say is that debt relief doesn't have to take years and thousands of dollars. It can also be quick. It could also just be one filing away. So make sure that you talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney to find out what your options are. Here at Lynn Law Group, we're always fighting debt and getting fresh starts.